And so it becomes official. And you're going to hear plenty of sentiment going around as this fall Devin Haney will challenge Brian Norman Jr. for his WBO welterweight title in a fight that'll have pundits, supporters, curious people tuned in to see what will happen. Let's talk about the fact that this fight is now official. And since we have a while, we can start to break the ground on our thoughts and feelings about it. And so it begins. Ring Magazine has reported earlier this evening, July 7th, 2025, that Turki Al-Sheikh has officially announced the date for the Ring 4 through his X account, Monday night. The Ring's next pay-per-view show has been scheduled for November 22nd at ANB Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. As previously reported by The Ring, the loaded card is set to feature 4 12-round world title fights in different divisions. You know, we've talked about the fact that these stacked cards have become something of not only an impressive nature, but impacting nature, because the participants in these events have not only enriched their lives from a financial standpoint, but they have had an opportunity to enrich their legacy and careers due to facing the best quality opposition available. David Benavidez, whose current record of 30-0 and 24 KOs will defend his WBC light heavyweight title against Anthony Yarde, who is 27-3 with 24 KOs. You see, that particular fight will be the main event. And as we look into what else will tickle the fancy, in the bout before Benavidez faces Yarde, Brian Norman Jr., who is 28-0 with 22 KOs and 1 no contest, will put his WBO welterweight title on the line versus Devin Haney, whose record is 32-0, 15 KOs, 1 no contest, and a former undisputed lightweight champion. Also, Sam Noakes and Abdullah Mason will square off for the vacant WBO lightweight title. This is an interesting fight because Abdullah Mason was thought to be in a position to challenge for a world title later in the year or early next year when Keyshawn Davis, the prior title holder, was set to face an opponent in Edwin De Los Santos, in which he blew the event by missing weight, getting himself stripped, and having a lot of other difficulties outside the ring. So Abdullah steps forward for the title opportunity. Noakes was already being considered, and so now these two will face one another. Noakes, whose record is 17-0 with 15 KOs, is the WBO's #1 ranked contender in the lightweight division. Mason, who is now 19-0 with 17 KOs, is ranked #2 by the WBO. It's not often that you'll get two men placed in an opportunity for a title shot, be ranked 1 and 2, and be pretty darn good fighters. So that's what you can expect from that fight. Noakes and Mason will fight for that WBO belt Keyshawn Davis gave up on the scale on June 6th when he came in 4.3 pounds overweight for an optional title defense against Edwin De Los Santos. The next night at Scope Arena in Norfolk, Virginia, Davis's hometown. The Davis-De Los Santos fight was canceled because De Los Santos' former promoter, Samson Lekowicz, considered it too dangerous for the Dominican southpaw to fight someone so much heavier than him. The Ring 4 could also feature a long-discussed fight to determine boxing's undisputed junior bantamweight champion. If favored, Jesse Bam Rodriguez, who is 21-0 with 14 KOs, who owns the Ring and WBC 115-pound crowns, beats WBO champ Phumela Kafu, who's 11-0 with 3 draws and 8 KOs on July 19th in Frisco, Texas, Rodriguez will battle IBF and WBA champ Fernando Martinez, who is 18-0 with 9 KOs, on November 22nd. A press conference to formally announce the Ring 4 has been scheduled for 1 p.m. Eastern Time Friday at Hard Rock Times Square in New York. It will be streamed live on the Ring's social media channels. The Ring 4 press conference will follow the ceremonial weigh-in for Ring 3, the Dazn pay-per-view event scheduled to take place Saturday night at Louis Armstrong Stadium in Queens, New York. This is an exciting time for the sport of boxing. To be able to promote and put on amazing fight card after amazing fight card, where the top talents are coming together finally, as I had been stating, that cycle of fighters avoiding tough opposition, avoiding one another, would come to an end because things happen in cycles. There's a new wave of fighters, a new crop of talent that is eager to prove themselves. We have to embrace that. And highlighting this particular November event, Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney, two men who could very well bring out the best in one another. Some people feel that Norman, who recently had an outstanding knockout in Japan over Jin Sasaki, is prepped and has the poison for a fighter like Devin. But many people forget that Devin is not just a boxer, but he's a fighter. And he can put hurt on opponents as well. So we're going to see these two come together, and it's going to be a chess match. Because though knockouts are what excites the people, class will definitely gain the attention of the people. And that's what I see taking place when these two face one another. Now, it's going to be a co-main, but it could definitely be a fight that stands out on its own. And it will. So I look forward to entertaining the people as well as we have breakdowns and discussions. Who will possibly carry victory through this matchup? I'm loving it more each day. What do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about this card. Are you excited to see it? And do you think that Devin will become a 3-division champion? Do you think that Norman Jr. will be able to turn back the challenge? Do you think that either man will be providing a sense of excitement that we crave in the sport of boxing? Leave comments and let's discuss further. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.